Welcome to the Mommy Therapist. They're ready for you.
I'm Kristi.
And I'm Sasha.
We are moms who are also therapists to moms.
And we are passionate about supporting all moms through motherhood transitions, challenges, and beyond.
And we're so happy that you're here today. This is episode 20.
Thank you for listening to our last episode where we talked about body image and cuddle time.
Did any of that stuff come up for you this past week?
Well, you want to know something funny about cuddle time? I'm in that part of my cycle where I'm having my, we've named them heat waves because they're not quite hot flashes, but they are heat waves. And then I get clammy and then I get cold. And so it's like wild. So this morning we were having our cuddle time. Mm-hmm. And Derek was like, oh, there's another one. I can feel it. I can feel it heating up.
You can feel it radiating off of you?
Yeah, he's very sensitive to that stuff. So
That's so cool.
It was kind of fun. Yes and no. It's not
It's cool that he's in tune. It's not cool that it's happening.
Yes. Let's be clear. Not my favorite thing, but man. I know.
Yeah, I actually talked to a couple clients about this after we talked about it on the podcast, and I was like, oh, I'm going to give you a new piece of homework. Was to do this cuddle time to feel more connected and to give yourself a little dopamine boost. And I felt like, oh, I have this new education to offer.
I love it.
So that was
I
great.
Did talk to a lot of clients this week about body image stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I feel like it's so prevalent right now, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it's with the season. I'm telling you.
Well, look at you wearing a tank top today.
Oh, I know. I've been wearing pants
that
are stretchy and super comfy and that I feel comfortable in.
I love it.
So, accepting my body, loving her. Oh, also a little correction. I mentioned Jessica Thompson on our last episode, and her Instagram handle is not Intuitive Wellness. It's Intuitively Well.
Intuitively Well.
If you want to find her and follow her, she's amazing. Great content. So. All right, Sasha, you're on check-in first today.
Okay.
Take us away.
Mentally, so many things as usual.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first week of summer at my house.
The kids are home and crazy.
And there's so many good things about it, right? Like I don't have to get up and drive kids to and from school and get them ready and all of that. But I work from home a lot. So that's been an interesting adjustment. And Jay has not done this before. So, and Kay has decided she wants to take a couple of days and give P days off. So, which is wonderful. But Kay's first day was yesterday. It's just kind of a weird.
You're adjusting.
I'm adjusting.
It's a new routine for everybody.
Yeah.
Is Jay not wanting to leave you alone while you're working?
She has a hard time with that. I have to lock the door.
Yes.
She will knock on the door, and then I will text whoever is watching them and be like, gotta come get her. And I just try and ignore
Get the baby.
Yeah. It's a good thing Zoom has that background noise block out, right? Mm-hmm. There was actually a temper tantrum right outside my door.
Oh, gosh.
She'll get it.
Yeah.
But we need a minute.
Yeah. Zach has a little sign on the outside of his door that shifts from green to red. Like it's just a slider. And when it's red, it's like, don't bother me unless you're bleeding.
Yeah.
And if it's green, then it's like, you can come in or I'm not working right now.
Yeah.
So maybe getting a little sign.
That's not a bad idea.
Just be like, oh, it's red now.
Thank you. Thank you for that tip. Mm-hmm. That was my lightning round for today. Just for me. Or any other working from home mamas. I'm sure there's plenty.
Put a little sign outside.
Yeah. Emotionally, I'm feeling... See, this is weird. I'm some more dialectic today. A little bit stressed, but also I've figured out some things that are helpful for me, which I will discuss later on.
Okay.
And I'm a little anxious for this work barbecue today. My social anxiety is coming out.
Yes, we have a work party tonight.
We do.
Our summer barbecue.
That's our social.
Yeah.
There's lots of social.
There's a lot of social.
It's ridiculous.
I know. I'm going to see you every day.
I know. I texted Kristi. I was like, you're going to get sick of me here.
And I did not offer you reassurance.
You did not. You did a good job. So physically, I'm thinking about my health a little bit because I got some results back from my doctor that says my liver's a little bit mad. And she thinks it's because we got sick.
Right.
And all the stress that I've had going on.
Yeah.
And so I've been focusing on liver detox. I'm eating liver healthy foods, beets and asparagus and and artichokes, which is interesting because I've been craving those things, and that's not something I usually crave.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then I bought these like liver detox pills, which is interesting because it has all of the like artichokes and things like that in it. And I was like, oh, that is funny. And then it has dandelion root. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to go eat a dandelion right now. That is weird. So yeah, we're checking on that. We're keeping that in check.
Okay.
Self-care, self-compassion. I have been forcing myself to be like, I need to spend time with my family. I need to split it between this and that. And I've realized that I also get a little offended when like my kids want to stop hanging out with me or don't want to hang out with me or like,
especially if you've carved out time to be with them. And then they're like, I'm busy, Mom.
Yeah. So yesterday we watched TV while I made my cheesecake for the barbecue tonight. And after like a couple episodes, they were like, we want to go play our game together in the basement. And I was like, rude. My cheesecake's not even done and you're leaving me. But it was my night off. So why not?
Yeah.
So instead I was like, I'm just going to watch a movie, and I turned on Gone in 60 Seconds. I don't know why.
That's a great one.
I know. I just turned on. I was like, okay, this looks fun. And so I watched that. Derek came down and saw me. He's like, are you coming to bed? And I was like, no, I think I need to sit down here quietly alone. And I realized how much I missed that. And that could be why I'm not reading as much. Because that was my reading time.
Okay.
So tonight, when I get home from the barbecue, everybody will be in bed. Well, everybody but my big kids.
Right.
But they do their own thing. And so I told Derek, I was like, I'm going to sit down with some tea, some green tea, which is good for your liver, everybody, just so you know. And I'm going to either watch TV or read. I don't know what I'm going to do. But
just decompress by yourself.
And then socially, good. Maybe we should talk about all of that.
Yeah, socially, we have our barbecue tonight, and then we are recording a very special episode this weekend. So look for that with a couple very special guests.
Yes.
And then we also have the Climb event coming up, which will be over by the time you hear this, but there's going to be a lot of good stuff.
Oh, here's another thing.
Yeah,
I know. I'm sorry. Ugh. Jay got sick the day of the K-pop Demon Hunters party. I had to reschedule.
Oh, no. Okay.
I had to reschedule, so it's scheduled for Friday.
Oh, geez.
Before I go see.
Before you come over?
Yes.
Wonderful. Girl.
But a lot
no wonder your liver's dying.
I know, right?
Just kidding. That's a joke.
I know. But some of the guests can't make it that day. So I know it's sad, but I've actually reduced the amount of people that are going to be there. So it may be a little less stressful. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be fun.
Okay. Mentally, I am thinking about making repairs in our relationships because I had a tough moment this week where something happened with my husband, something trivial, but I went into a full trauma response.
Oh no.
Like this little thing that happened, it felt like something horrible was happening. It felt like this big betrayal when it wasn't at all.
Yeah.
But something about it was familiar, and it brought up stuff from my past, and I totally overreacted in the moment because of my threat response went off.
Yeah.
And I said things that were harsh and maybe a little mean, and so having to kind of sit with that and go, what just happened?
Yeah.
Like,
I hate that.
logically, I know this is not a big deal. Why is my body freaking out?
Right.
And now I just hurt the feelings of my most favorite person. And so trying to figure all of that out and then talk to him about it and try to take some accountability and offer some understanding. But, it's hard to do those things, even as therapists. I'm a couples therapist. I literally walk couples through this, and it's so hard to do it in real time with yourself.
Oh, right. Because your brain just goes reptilian.
Right. Well, and it feels so real.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's not.
It's such a big deal.
And that's why it's important to also talk to people about it. Mm-hmm. So I reach out to my bestie and I'm like, this happened. And as I'm typing it, I'm like, this is not a big deal.
Stupid.
Why do I feel like this is a big deal? Anyway.
It's what Krista calls silly goose thoughts.
Silly goose thoughts.
Silly goose thoughts.
Yep. So we are good, but it was just hard. And so I'm just kind of thinking about that.
Yeah.
Emotionally, though, I am feeling very grateful for a partner who's understanding and can find some empathy and forgiveness for stuff like that. recognize that I've got baggage. He is.
Does he ever get mad?
He doesn't.
Oh my God.
No, he used to be a little bit, and I think he would tell you this, but he used to be a little quick to anger in his younger years and just realized at one point that that is not helpful or useful. And so he did not want to be one of those like angry people. So he just decided to just not do it, to just not do that, to figure things out in other ways. So I'm really grateful for him. And it was also his birthday this week. So we got to spend some time together and do some fun family stuff, which goes into my social, but it was great. Physically, I'm feeling a little lethargic from like we went out to dinner last night and had a really delicious, humongous dinner, you know,
of course.
And then of course that just like disrupts your sleep, but it was good. But besides that, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling a little stressed, like a little on edge because of all of the things happening.
Right.
But I'm remembering, like we talked about last week, one place at a time.
Yes.
One thing at a time. So as long as I could sit in bed in the morning and I make sure I know exactly what I'm doing every minute of the day so I can fit all the things in, and then I move forward and do the first thing, right?
Yeah.
Socially, we went to a baseball game for Zach's birthday on Friday night. So that was really fun. Then we also saw my family on Sunday for like a family dinner. I also stole an hour with my bestie while I was up with my family. And then this past Wednesday, my daughter and I went to the Fairy Festival at Gardner Village.
I love
Do you know about
festival.
this?
Yes.
So they decorate everything fairy-like, and they have little fairies in jars all around the whole little like shopping village, and there's a little scavenger hunt that you have to do. But the thing we did is they have an event called the Fairy Tea Party. And so we signed up for that and bought tickets. And so in the morning we went and we had tea and we had like all these little treats and mini sandwiches, and they had big fairies there and they did little activities with the kids. It was such a fun little thing. And we invited her bestie and her bestie's mom.
Oh, right.
And so we got to hang out with them and we dressed up, and it was like a really fun girly moment for us. So if you don't know, the Fairy Festival stuff goes all the way through June at the Gardner Village. So if you have girls, you can just go hang out and do the activities in the village, or you can sign up for the tea party.
Yep.
And then for self-care, I've been trying to have my porch time.
Good. I love that.
And then just finding little moments to be alone.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's like, I'm just going to sit in my car for a few minutes before I go into work or before I go into the house, or a few moments of like, hey, all the kids are busy right now. And instead of just sitting in the kitchen and observing and supervising, because they don't really need me to do that, I'm going to go sit in the front room, or I'm going to go sit on my bed for a few minutes and just kind of take those little moments so that I can be more present and more patient.
It's that new stage of motherhood that you're in.
I know.
It's nice.
I don't have to supervise every moment, because they all can go to the bathroom and feed themselves and not just die walking down the stairs.
Well, even B can do a lot now too.
He can.
Can he like get himself a snack and things like that?
Yep. He will be 4 in August, and he is just like the most precocious little child, but he knows where the snacks are. He can pull over the stool and he'll get a bag of goldfish, and he is good about asking, you know, the grown-ups that are around for things, but he can get himself to the bathroom and he can play outside, and he kind of knows the rules. So
I love that you use the word precocious. We should probably not get him and Jay together.
No,
that could be a thing.
That could be dangerous. Yeah, we would have to supervise that.
Yeah, that would. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, Sasha, you're on processing.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
I went to visit my 83-year-old grandma the other day.
Aww.
I brought the kids.
What's your relationship like with her?
I have always been really close with her. She taught me how to crochet and knit and embroider, but I never really got into embroidering. I did cross stitch more than that.
Okay.
But she lost her sight about, it was when I was pregnant with Kay, or no, not Kay, with C. So 9 years ago.
Wow.
9 or 10 years ago. Not fully. She can see quite a bit, but she's had to relearn, and it's been really, really cool watching her progress of that. It was really difficult for her to accept in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But I had conversations with her about it, and Yeah, it's all good. She's wonderful. And so, yeah, we were just talking, and Kay didn't want to go. She was having one of her preteen angst days, and she just didn't feel like it. And I was like, but Kay, Grandma's getting older.
Yeah, there may not be lots of opportunities.
There may not be lots of opportunities, but I'm not going to argue with you and force you to go so that you can sit there in the corner and be mad, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So she was a little upset that Kay wasn't there. And I was like, I know, we'll get her there. We'll get her here. I promise. She's like, okay. And I was kind of telling her why and what she's been going through and all of that. And my grandma was just like, man, I would not want to raise kids right now. So we got into this like big discussion about what it was like. And I thought it was pretty fascinating. I mean, she just really like stayed home and cleaned, and then everybody would just go to each other's houses and play, and nobody really knew where their kids were until dinner time.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is wild.
But I feel like that's kind of how I was raised a little bit.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
A little bit more freedom.
Yeah. But we can't really do that
less
anymore.
worry.
Yeah.
I know.
There's a lot more stress. And then with like internet stuff coming up and them wanting to use screens more, and what's the research behind that? And like there's so much more to think about, even just in their friendships and things like that. I don't know. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I do think that raising kids now, there is a lot more pressure to do things the right way. I think there's a lot more visibility in how we parent. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more education, and there's a lot more shame.
Yes.
Like you can't ever do anything right that way.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Everybody's watching you.
Yeah.
Right. And that was not.
Yeah. Well, and there are a lot more like safety measures, right? Like we can track our kids, we can contact our kids. We've got watches and phones and air tags and all of those things. But it's so sad that we feel like we have to because of the increased threat levels of, you know, and I don't know, is there an increased threat or just an increased knowledge of the threat?
Right.
Like, have there always been just increased opportunities for danger, for getting lost, for getting, I don't know, hurt, right?
Yeah,
and so maybe we're more aware of that.
How Jay was like, Mom's afraid of somebody taking me because I've been trying to like give her safety measures for the summer. Like we don't open the door. Yeah.
My daughter asked the other day, she's like, Mom, why don't we have sleepovers? Because she had a friend say, can we have a sleepover? Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know, it's just a rule from our house, but we can totally have a late over. No, so you can have a friend come over until 11 or 12. And like, it's just, I don't know. And maybe that's because of the way I grew up. I know what things happen at sleepovers.
The worst things happened at
right.
sleepovers. We did all of the bad things.
Right. All the things you normally wouldn't do.
Right.
And so, I don't know, maybe there's increased knowledge.
Yeah. I don't know. We're pretty picky about it. Like if we do a sleepover, it tends to be at our house. Or we've let, our friend Sarah have our kids for sleepovers. Yeah.
And I think sometimes you can find those people that are, you know, so well that there is some level of trust there. Right. But then, you know, you read all the things of like, it was the trusted family member.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay. So what's really important is talking to your kids about how to protect themselves. But that's a discussion for another day.
That's a big discussion. We may have to do like an expletive, don't listen to this one with your kids, because that's a really important discussion to have, I think.
Yeah.
And to know what age and like what's appropriate at what age and that stuff. So
true. Yeah. But I mean, I can see why your grandma would not want to raise kids right now. It's a lot harder. I think that's why all of us are so burned out.
I know. She was like,
that's why we're all in therapy.
I'm telling her like all the kids and stuff and what they're going through. And she's just like, what? This was not a thing when I was raising children. So yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
All right, girl, you ready to teach us?
Yeah, so today I kind of wanted to touch a little bit on some trauma activations, kind of like what I went through this past week. But the thing that's been coming up more often in the people around me are moments of trauma that are related to grief. So not necessarily danger, but just like a grief moment, right? Like someone you loved used to live in this place, or you used to go and do these things here, or that's the hospital where I lost a loved one. And when you go near those places, your body can have a physical, visceral reaction to it. And so the question is, what do you do?
Right.
Do you just avoid those places forever? Mm-hmm. Do you just never go back to that restaurant you loved because that's where you went with that person that's no longer in your life? Or,
I mean, I do. No, just
right? Or like, if you lost a child, like, do you not go to certain stores or certain places where you had memories with that person? And how realistic is it to live in that place of I'm constantly hyper aware of where I am and scared to be triggered?
Right.
So something I kind of wanted to teach today is the idea of kind of like an exposure that I like to call rewriting.
Okay.
So when you have those specific places that do activate you, that do bring back a lot of feelings that we are avoiding, there's an opportunity there to maybe process those feelings that we're avoiding.
Right.
Maybe we need to lean into that. And then rewriting that place to mean something else. So for example, let's say you have a family member who was dear to you. Let's say it was a sibling and you watched them get diagnosed with cancer. And then you went to their house a lot to help them take their meds and to make their meals and to take care of their kids. Right?
Right.
And maybe you would run errands with them. Maybe you would take them to the park. Maybe they had a favorite fast food restaurant. You guys would always go and get French fries because it was the only thing they wanted to eat. Right. And then you have memories from being at the hospital where they had difficulties, or the places where they went to get their chemo and sometimes you went with them.
Yeah.
And then you have the mortuary, right? Of like where you had the funeral, and then there's the cemetery. You have all these places with deeply emotional memories, full of grief, full of pain. And you may, have grieved that this person is no longer in your life.
Right.
But when you go to those places, when you go, you avoid this fast food restaurant now, or you avoid driving by the cemetery, you avoid the mortuary or the hospital, but you live in this town.
Right.
So
you
what do you
can't
do?
avoid it forever. Yeah.
Right. So I feel like it can be really helpful if you feel like those emotions are right under the surface. That tells me that you kind of need to let it out.
Yeah.
So something that can be helpful is going to the place that is triggering for you. So let's say the fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I'm going to let all my feelings out. I'm going to get the fries. I'm going to bawl. I'm going to say, this wasn't fair. If I can, I'm going to take a safe person with me.
Right.
To say like, this sucks. This so sucks. And these fries are delicious. Of course she wanted these fries.
Yes. Eat them in her honor.
Right. Eat them in her honor. Let your feelings out and then find a way to say like, this is a memory of someone I loved. Why is like, there is pain, but there can also be some gratitude there.
Right.
Of like, I have these memories with her and that is a good thing. Right. And then the next time you go, take someone else or take your kids there, have like a little party there, go somewhere, get all the food, through the drive-through and take it to the park or the splash pad and, have
Make
a little
new
French fry
memories.
party and make a new memory with these French fries that isn't just the one heavy, painful memory.
I love that.
So change this place into somewhere where it's okay to go. And instead of being scared of it, we're grateful for it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of moment there,
I
know I personally did this a little bit with my divorce. There were places we used to go all the time together that I loved. And I didn't want to all of a sudden not be able to go to any of these places because they reminded me of my divorce and of my ex. And so I grieved it. I let myself feel all the things, all the sad, all the mad. And then I started making new memories in those places. So now it doesn't just belong to that time. It belongs to me in all of my phases of life. Like, I love this restaurant and I can take everybody there that I want to. We can have parties there and we can get to go. And it's not just like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah. And you can tell stories about the person. And
Right.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So finding a way to like let your feelings out, grieve it really as hard as you need to, and then start rewriting it with more positive, loving memories.
That just made me remember another story my grandma told me once, which does not really fit this, but this is the mentality that they had back then, right? Her first born, they didn't know, but it was twins.
Oh.
And they didn't know back then if they were, that was hard to detect, right? Until you're pushing.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's another one
there's
in here.
another one there. So that's how that went. But they didn't make it.
Oh, the other twin
Yeah.
had passed.
No, both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
So her friends and neighbors went to the house while she was at the hospital and just got rid of everything. Baby. So it was almost like the entire pregnancy and the entire experience just
Never happened.
never happened.
Oh.
And I mean, by the time I heard the story, I'm sure she had processed things on her own, but like,
Yeah, the weight of grief is just really
hard.
tricky. It is hard. And I also just kind of want to normalize. It's okay if every time you go back to that place, you feel grief.
yeah.
Sometimes we feel like if we still are feeling that, then like something's wrong with us.
Yeah.
Like I'm broken. How am I still not over this?
Mm-hmm.
Grief is not something you get over. Grief
Right.
becomes part of you. And it's because that thing that you lost or that person that you lost was important to you.
Right.
So it's always going to hurt a little bit. And
Right.
that's not a sign that you're broken. That's a sign that that person mattered or that thing really mattered to you. And knowing that, what can you do? How can you honor this? How can you incorporate it? How can you show gratitude? How can you, move forward, embracing and honoring the things that you still have?
Well, my grandpa passed 25 years ago. I still have his ashes on my mantle. I still light a candle on his birthday and his death date. Those are happy traditions for me because he passed away before my wedding.
Oh.
And I always wanted to dance with him.
Mm-hmm.
His brother stepped in and danced with me at my wedding. He recently passed away like a couple of years ago. So I'm going to have to start lighting a candle for him. We still light a candle for Derek's mom too.
I love that tradition.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. We also do a thing on New Year's Eve where we put water in a bowl. And this is kind of a spiritual practice. So I guess it really kind of depends on how you think and feel about what happens after death.
Mm-hmm.
But we put water in a bowl and we get a bunch of ice cubes. And we tell the kids, okay, we see the water is like the universe or spirit or whatever it is you want to call it. And we put an ice cube in for all of the people that we've lost and loved.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ice cubes melt overnight. So they go from physical form into what we consider a spiritual form. So they're not ever really gone,
Yeah, they've just changed
Yeah.
how they
I'm
are.
wanting to cry right now. Because I'm like, okay,
Grief,
this year we have to put Coda in there.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Yeah. It is. See, it's heavy. It's hard.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah. Every time the doorbell rings right now and there's no barking, I'm like, this
Yeah.
is not, yeah.
Yeah, that bit of emptiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm. That's not that long.
It's really not.
It's really not. So if you have grief, just know that it's okay. And that if you feel like you need to work through some of it, maybe rewriting could help. So there you go. Sasha, what's our affirmation today?
Our affirmation today, which is what I learned for myself last night, not even thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
My quiet moments of self-care are essential, not indulgent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I like those words, essential versus indulgent.
indulgent. So did I stay up a little later? Yeah, I did. But I went to bed when I felt tired. I didn't push myself to keep doing something that wasn't good for my body, right? And it's essential for my health right now for me to do this. So, don't get yourself to the point where your liver's pissed, okay?
Yeah. Or you're so burned out that you don't recognize yourself.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you can't be present at all because...
Right. We talked about self-care yesterday in IOP. Our lesson was on the different kind of levels of self-care. So you have your basic self-care, which is, the things you need to survive. So like eating and drinking and sleeping and, some hygiene, things like that. And then you have your maintenance self-care, which are the things that help you feel alive, that help you feel like you, that help bring you joy. So like your hobbies, having alone time, spending time with your spouse, socializing, things like that. And then like your emergency self-care, which is when you're burned out and you need like a weekend by yourself, or you need medication or extra therapy or things like that. And it was just so interesting that we asked the moms, like, what's the most challenging thing for you about self-care? And across the board, it was guilt and feeling like they had to earn it. So I can only take time for myself if I've earned it. If I've done enough for everybody else, then I can have a moment. And that like that's regarding things like showering.
Yes.
Like not like I'm going to go on a girls' weekend. Right. Like maybe that's like, let's find some sort of balance. But I can't shower unless everyone else has showered and everyone else has eaten and the house is clean and I've spent time with my spouse are you serious?
Yeah. Yep.
Why?
What?
Why do we feel like taking a shower is indulgent? It's
basic.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's basic. Like what happens if you can't shower? That's gross.
It's like it's literally not good for your health.
No.
After a few days,
I know.
but also just comfort and self-respect and self-love. It's just so important. And like the fact that we get into this mindset as moms where I'll do that later, or I have to earn it, or everyone else's needs are more important than mine, or I can't compromise them, but I will compromise everything for myself.
Right.
And it's just like, it's not indulgent.
So
like you said,
what's your maintenance self-care?
My maintenance self-care is the podcast.
Yes.
This is one of these things. Alone time, time with my husband. I also like to watch shows or read or be outside. And I think checking in with the important people in my life is part of that.
I like that.
Like with my family, with my mom, with my bestie, with my kids. I'm a quality time person. So having that connection is really important to me.
I like that. Yep.
What about for you?
I'm very similar. We all know I have social anxiety, so like socializing can be difficult. But I love my reading time, taking baths, or everything showers is another thing for me.
Oh yeah.
Because I generally am one of those like showers. It's like, okay, I got to get in and get out. And so I don't shave or do my face care or any of that. So when I make the time for that, but yeah, I like spending time with my husband, which doesn't always look the same for us. He's not a talker. He doesn't like to talk. So, so that's been tricky to kind of figure out.
So is it more just sharing physical space, like doing things together?
Sometimes it's just sitting on the couch sending reels to one another.
Totally.
Other times it's like binge watching a show. Yeah, spending time with my husband. Baking. I do like baking when I get the chance to do that alone and uninterrupted and not with the kids going, "Can I help?" Yeah. So that's basically me. I haven't been into my hobbies in a while. I need to pull those out too. And
when you have time.
You know what? I've got to make time now. Like at this point, my kids' social calendar is not the most important thing in my world.
It's true. Yeah.
They might have to start figuring out how to get themselves to and from certain parties and yeah.
Self-care is essential, not indulgent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was a point in like a few years ago where I was hitting that emergency self-care need like every 3 months. I was burning myself out to that point, and it was mostly because I had to earn my self-care and I wasn't doing anything for myself. And of course, my wonderful husband is like, yeah, go to the spa and get a hotel room that night and sit and journal and do whatever it is you want to do in silence by yourself. Of course he did.
Yeah.
But that gets expensive, man.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Getting my nails done is probably another maintenance one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's not too expensive. And my friend is my nail lady. Yes. So I get to spend time.
Getting my lashes done.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm very sad because my massage therapist that I have seen since I was pregnant with my daughter, and she's about to be 8 So over 8 years,
Oh my goodness.
I've gotten massages from this wonderful lady who was my bestie's mom.
Oh, fun.
And she is retiring. And my last massage with her is this Sunday.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, it's the end of an era.
Oh,
I don't know what I'm going to do.
That's so rough.
Those people you tend to bond with, right?
know.
And like my last girl for like 5 years. She knows everything. She's been through my wedding, through my pregnancy and my birth and like all the things. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. So our lightning round for today has to do with summer. Okay. So one of the very first things my kid said, what makes summer feel like summer is going to a baseball game. And because my husband's birthday is in June, we always go like first thing in June, and it becomes like his birthday thing because he just loves it.
Yeah. Okay.
So we went on this Friday to the Bees game, and it was a throwback night. So it was the Gulls. That's like their previous thing. And they're wearing turquoise and orange, and they had like giveaways of helmets and little turquoise bats, and it was really fun.
That's very fun.
Now going to the baseball game or any sporting event, we could go to hockey games, Real soccer games, NFL games, anything that you go to, taking kids can feel daunting.
Oh, yes.
So I want to tell you my hacks for making the baseball game work with kids.
Why didn't you do this a few weeks ago when
I don't know. I didn't know you were going. Go again.
Okay, we'll go again.
And here are my little hacks. Okay. Tip 1, go early.
Okay.
Be there when the park opens. So the park usually opens an hour before the game. Now, when you go early, not only do you get better parking, but when you get into the stadium, it's not super crowded.
Okay.
So you take the kids around. This is where you go scope out what food is there. At the Bees game, they always have little activity booths. They have mini golf. They have the train. Go do all of those things before it gets crowded, before the game even starts.
Yeah.
So go do the coloring. This last time they had a book giveaway and you got to color bookmarks. They have like a little mini golf it's the third base line. So if you buy tickets on the third base line, more of the kid activities are there. So you're closer there. There's also bathrooms right there too. But do the activities, get in line for the train. The train line, if you've been there, it gets super long.
Really?
And it's this silly little train that just like goes back and forth.
I
But
know.
the kids love it.
I don't know what that is.
And then they have like Bumble was walking around. So get a picture with Bumble, like meet the mascots and do all of the stuff. Make a lap, get a hot dog, get ice cream, do everything you kind of need to check off before the game even starts.
Yeah.
Then you get your food, you go sit down in your seats, and you watch the game while you eat.
Okay.
Now, my bigger kids can sit and they can watch the game. My little guy, not so much.
I was going to ask that.
We keep a charged cell phone in our pocket to turn on a movie when he's done.
Okay.
And we say, here's a favorite movie of yours. You can watch it. So he can sit and watch. The other kids can go. My daughter was just like out doing cartwheels because that's like who she is now as a person.
What she does.
And my older son was like, I'm going to go play mini golf again, or I want to go do this. And so he's old enough to kind of do his own thing. But then we all got like hot dogs and whatever. And then when the kids got hungry again, we got up and we went and got some French fries, or we got some nachos. And then later on in the game, we got some ice cream. And so it's like you just kind of go through the phases of food. So food is part of the activity.
Right.
But everyone's kind of already done the thing they have to do.
Yes.
And then at the 7th inning stretch, which is so between the top and the bottom innings of the 7th inning, everyone stands up, they all stretch their legs, and we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and then you leave.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't stay till the end.
No. Even like,
make it.
and fireworks night, like just don't buy tickets for fireworks night. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But after the 7th inning stretch, we all gather up our stuff and we walk out, and our parking is relatively close, and we beat all the traffic, and we get home in time for not too late of a bedtime.
I love it.
And we had a great night at the ball game.
And
we can, like, my husband will turn it on the radio on the drive home so he can still hear the score. No one else really cares.
Yeah.
But he does, and that's fun, right? But we saw the majority of the team. If you're there to see specific players who might be, so like the Bees is the farm team for the Angels. So sometimes if they have injured players or players who are having struggles, they'll be playing on the Bees team. And so it's fun to see some of those MLB players sometimes. But you will have seen them play a few innings, and then you can go and you beat traffic, and it's not crazy.
I love that.
So that's my hack for the baseball game. I feel like it can be related to like the soccer game, the Mammoth games. Like we've done that too with the Delta Center. You go early, scope out everything, get your food, find your seats, and then leave after the second period. Like you don't have to stay forever. Beat traffic. If you do want to stay later though, I would suggest bringing jammies for the little ones in the car. So before you drive home, like you go to the car, put them in their jammies and a fresh diaper so that if they fall asleep in the car on the way home, you just transfer them straight to their beds when you get home.
That's a great idea. I generally will just put them in their clothes. Yeah. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. You'll be fine. If you fell asleep in the car in your clothes, then you're fine.
So if you've ever been afraid to take your kids to something like that, that's our favorite thing to do.
I like that. I mean, I love taking my kids to that stuff. We do really good at movies. Jay actually does really good at movies too. It's usually not until the very end when she's like trying to get up and, jump around and all of that. Yeah. But can I give some tips for that?
Go 20 minutes late to skip all the trailers.
Yeah.
Because you have reserved seats.
That's true. I guess that's fair. I like that.
That's what we do.
You can now have snacks delivered to your seat. So you so you can pre-order them on the app, and then when you get there and you scan your tickets, they will be notified and they will bring it all there. And then we found these cool cups on Amazon where you can put a drink in the bottom, and then the lid is like a screw on top that's like a bowl. Oh, cool. So you can put the popcorn in there.
Oh, wait, amazing.
All right. And then I just bring like a little cup in my bag and I like scoop it out and pour it in their thing and refill it, and we're good. And I'll just get like 2 drinks and then pour into like all 4 of their cups, and then I'm like, that's all you get. So yeah. So we do really good at the movies. That's a fun activity for us.
That is awesome. So if you've had hesitations to do fun stuff with your kids, try it. Oh, another thing that I would suggest is if you are doing like a big activity you've never really done before, like the baseball game or a hockey game or something, my husband and I like to go just us.
Oh, yeah.
Go check it out. Go to the event. See where the kid stuff is. See where the bathrooms are. See where the best places are to buy tickets for your kids. See just get your bearings. And also have some time alone with each other just to like enjoy the event, so that when you were there with the kids, you're not feeling like, oh, but I really wanted to watch the game. It's like, no, today is not about watching the game. Right. Today is about creating an activity for the family.
Right. Exactly. This will be fun.
So yeah, get your bearings.
Yeah, I like it.
And it'll help you be successful.
Wonderful.
So there you go.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for showing up for yourself today.
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, or email us at themommytherapists@gmail.com.
We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what made an impact or what you'd like to hear on a future episode.
Whether it's feeling your grief more intentionally or going to a baseball game, we hope something good happens today.
See you next week.
Take care.